1 in 73 women will be diagnosed with ovarian cancer in her lifetime. Although ovarian cancer is rare in women under age 40, WIU junior Caitlin Bossolono was diagnosed with it at just 16 years old. Now in remission, she's trying to spread the word that no matter how old you are, this disease does not discriminate.
And there was a hashtag going around, pray for KB.
Caitlin Bossolono is a healthy young woman now.
Not unless I look at the scars I have on my chest or my stomach, then I think of it.
But 4 years ago, the then 16-year-old's life was flipped upside down by cancer.
I had no emotion. I didn't know anyone who had cancer.
What doctors insisted was constipation turned out to be a germ cell tumor in Caitlin's ovary, a kind of cancer that her mom was surprised her young daughter could have.
It was real surprising because you do think of it as older ladies, you know, something an older woman would get.
After many rounds of chemo and a reoccurrence of tumors, Caitlin was declared in remission in September of 2012. But the thought of it returning is always in the back of her mind.
I still say I'm in remission, I'm not cured. It could come back. Even though there's a high chance it won't, still anything could happen.
Chemo left some lasting effects. Caitlin only has one ovary and struggles with anxiety.
It is worth it. Some days it's hard to think that it's worth it, but all in all, it is worth it.
Her #1 goal is to spread awareness.
Best way for people to be aware is to know more about it is for there to be awareness, walks, fundraisers, stuff, more publicity about it. And it is a very deadly disease.
And her mom agrees girls need to know ovarian cancer can occur no matter what your age.
It would be nice, you know, if she would, you know, try to help, you know, make aware that younger girls can get this because she's young and it happened to her.
What goes up must come down. But if you ask the twirlers at Ambition Baton and Dance Studio, there's no limit to how high they can go.
I've twirled in Costa Rica, I've twirled in Mexico, I've twirled in London, I've twirled in Paris, I've twirled in the Czech Republic. I've been everywhere.
WIU alum Jessica Baker has been twirling her way through life since age 5. From pageants to being the feature baton twirler at Western Illinois University, performance has always been her passion.
I would like to say we have the ability of a track star and the endurance of a gymnast and the gracefulness of a dancer. You put them all together and you're a baton twirler.
But now her talent has brought her to teaching.
When I had to pick, is it teaching or performing, I always fell towards the teaching side. So I think going to Western and being a part of the dance program also kind of helped me.
At 24 years old, she's a business owner. Baker's team has been around for 8 years, but this is the first time they have a permanent space to call home.
All of a sudden it was like, you gotta make a choice. You're either gonna go get a sales job or you're gonna open a studio and you're gonna do it now. So I opened the studio and within, it was 2 weeks of finding the place, we were teaching classes out of it.
Pivot, turn, pivot, turn.
Jessica's not the only Baker girl who loves to twirl. 18-year-old Julia Baker doesn't just call Jessica sister, but also coach.
Easy. We don't fight that much. Every now and then we bicker, but it's actually been really nice having my sister as my coach because it makes her schedule and my schedule very flexible for us. She's always excited. She's always ready to teach.
And Jessica may not be the last leatherneck in the family to twirl at Hanson Field. Julia is considering following her sister's footsteps in the fall.
I went there and I ended up really liking the campus and the band people were nice to me and I found it really exciting.
Cheering each other on, one baton trick at a time. Danny and Brianna, if you're a dog lover like me, you know losing a four-legged friend is never easy. Yesterday, I met a pit bull mix named Blue. He has cancer and his days are numbered, but he's not letting that get him down. Catch. Good boy. The tumors on Blue's body may weigh him down physically, but his spirits are up.
You can see the pure joy in his face.
At 13 years old, he has mast cell cancer, and because it's not treatable, there's no telling how much time he has left.
We know his time is limited, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years. We're going to make that time count.
Making it count with a bucket list of things for Blue to accomplish in his last days.
You know, with his time being limited and with us not knowing what kind of life he had had before, that I thought that we should do something pretty special for him.
He's enjoyed fire truck rides and newspaper spotlights, but the best thing that's happened to Blue so far is finding his foster mom, Brianna.
He's definitely helped relieve a lot of stress that I have. I can't tell you how many times we're just sitting cuddling on my bed, and I think it's both therapeutic for him and me.
For 3 weeks, Blue has called the WIU seniors' house home, and already they're the best of friends, making it hard for Brianna to think about losing her furry friend.
Thinking about him, you know, not being here, like he has a limited amount of time, is very upsetting because he's a fantastic dog, and he, you know, deserves to have as many years as he can.
But Angie and Brianna know Blue is lucky. So many dogs don't get to go home before it's too late.
It's an honor to be able to do that, and it's the right thing. Every dog should have a family, a forever family, regardless of how old they are when they find themselves in a situation at a shelter or at a rescue. They still deserve to have a forever family.
This dog's days may be dwindling, but his legacy in this town is just beginning. Being on TV was actually an item on Blue's bucket list, so I'm so glad we could check that off for him. This Saturday, he'll take a ride in the homecoming parade. If you want to follow Blue's journey, go to Facebook and search Team Blue to see pictures and videos of his adventures. Danny?